Ever wonder how music producers make tracks sound so polished and professional? It's not just about having the best equipment or the most expensive software. There's a lot of skill and knowledge that goes into creating that perfect sound. One of the key tools in their arsenal is something called EQ. EQ, short for equalization, is a powerful technique that can make a huge difference in the quality of your music. It's one of those behind-the-scenes elements that can take a track from good to great. Imagine EQ as a set of virtual knobs and sliders that let you shape the tone and balance of your music. It's like having a sculptor's chisel, allowing you to carve out the perfect sound. With EQ, you can boost certain frequencies to make them more prominent or cut others to reduce their impact. Just like a painter uses brushes to add color and depth to a canvas, audio engineers use EQ to enhance the clarity, punch, and overall impact of their recordings. It's an art form in itself, requiring a keen ear and a deep understanding of how different frequencies interact with each other. EQ is crucial in music production because it allows you to control the different frequencies in your audio signal. This control is essential for creating a balanced mix where every element has its own space and can be heard clearly. Think of it like this. Each instrument and voice occupies a unique range of frequencies, from the low rumble of a bass guitar to the shimmering highs of a cymbal. By understanding where these frequencies lie, you can make more informed decisions about how to adjust them. By adjusting these frequencies, you can make instruments stand out, create space in a mix, and sculpt the overall sonic landscape of your music. For example, if you have a vocal track that's getting lost in the mix, you can use EQ to boost the mid-range frequencies where the human voice naturally sits. Without EQ, your tracks might sound muddy, cluttered, or lacking in energy. It's like trying to paint a picture with all the colors mixed together. Nothing stands out and everything looks flat. But with a little EQ magic, you can transform those same recordings into powerful, dynamic masterpieces. It's like separating those colors and using them to create a vibrant, detailed painting. So whether you're a seasoned producer or just starting out, understanding the power of EQ is essential for taking your music to the next level. It's a skill that can be learned and refined over time, and the more you practice, the better you'll get at it. Let's dive in and explore the different types of EQ and how you can use them to shape your sound like a pro. There are several types of EQ, each with its own unique characteristics and uses. By mastering these tools, you'll be well on your way to creating professional-sounding tracks that stand out from the crowd. Now that we know EQ is essential, let's explore the different tools at our disposal. Equalization, or EQ, is a fundamental aspect of music production, allowing us to shape the tonal balance of our tracks. But not all EQs are created equal. Today, we'll delve into the two most common types, graphic EQs and parametric EQs. Two common types of EQ are graphic EQs and parametric EQs. Each of these tools offers a unique approach to manipulating the frequency content of your audio, and understanding their differences can significantly enhance your mixing and mastering processes. Each offers a unique approach to shaping your sound. Whether you're looking to make broad adjustments or fine-tune specific elements, knowing when and how to use these EQs can make a world of difference in your final mix. Graphic EQs are like visual representations of the frequency spectrum. They provide an intuitive way to see and adjust the balance of frequencies in your audio. This visual aspect can be particularly helpful for those who are new to EQ or prefer a more hands-on approach. They feature a series of sliders, each controlling a specific frequency band. These sliders are typically fixed at set frequencies, allowing you to boost or cut those frequencies with ease. The number of sliders can vary, with more sliders offering finer control over the frequency spectrum. Boosting a slider emphasizes that frequency range, while cutting it reduces its presence. This straightforward method makes graphic EQs ideal for quick adjustments and broad tonal changes. Graphic EQs are great for broad tonal adjustments like adding warmth to a track or taming excessive brightness. For instance, if a track sounds too harsh, you can easily reduce the high frequencies to make it more pleasant to the ear. Parametric EQs offer more surgical precision. Unlike graphic EQs, parametric EQs allow you to adjust the frequency, gain, and bandwidth of each band, giving you much more control over the sound. They allow you to control not just the frequency but also the bandwidth or Q of the adjustment. The Q factor determines the range of frequencies affected by the adjustment, allowing for very narrow or wide changes. This means you can target specific frequencies with incredible accuracy, making subtle tweaks or dramatic changes depending on your needs. For example, if there's a particular frequency that's causing issues, you can isolate and adjust it without affecting the surrounding frequencies. Parametric EQs are ideal for tasks like cleaning up muddy low-end frequencies or adding presence to a vocal track. They are particularly useful in situations where precision is key, such as removing unwanted resonances or enhancing specific elements of a mix. Think of it this way: a graphic EQ is like using a broad brush to paint, while a parametric EQ is more like using a fine-tipped pen for detailed work. Both tools have their place, and knowing when to use each can greatly improve your mixing efficiency and effectiveness. Both have their place in music production, and the best choice often depends on the specific task at hand. Whether you're making broad adjustments with a graphic EQ or fine-tuning with a parametric EQ, understanding these tools will help you achieve the best possible sound for your music. So, experiment with both, and find out which one works best for your unique needs and style. To master EQ, it's crucial to understand the frequency spectrum. The frequency spectrum is essentially the range of all possible frequencies of sound, and it is divided into different bands that each have their own unique characteristics and roles in music production. This spectrum represents the range of human hearing, from the lowest bass frequencies around 20 Hz to the highest treble frequencies around 20,000 Hz. The human ear is an incredible organ, capable of detecting a wide array of sounds, from the deep rumble of thunder to the delicate chirping of birds. Understanding this range is the first step in mastering EQ. Different instruments and voices occupy different areas within this spectrum. For instance, a bass guitar and a kick drum will sit in the lower end of the spectrum, while a violin or a flute will occupy the higher end. Knowing where each instrument lies helps in making informed decisions when mixing. Low frequencies below 250 Hz are where you'll find the rumble of bass guitars, the thump of kick drums, and the weight of a piano's lower register. These frequencies are essential for adding power and depth to your mix. They provide the foundation upon which the rest of the music is built. These frequencies add power and depth to your mix. However, it's important to manage them carefully. Too much low frequency can make a mix sound muddy and overwhelming, while too little can make it sound thin and weak. Balancing these frequencies is key to achieving a full, rich sound. Mid-range frequencies, from 250 Hz to 4 kHz, are crucial for clarity and presence. This range is often referred to as the body of the sound, as it contains the fundamental frequencies of many instruments and voices. It's where the human ear is most sensitive, making it a critical area for achieving a balanced mix. This is where vocals shine, guitars find their bite, and pianos deliver their melodic richness. Properly managing the mid-range frequencies can make the difference between a mix that sounds clear and one that sounds cluttered. It's all about finding the right balance to ensure each element has its own space. High frequencies, 4 kHz and above, provide sparkle and airiness. These frequencies add a sense of space and openness to a mix, making it sound more lively and dynamic. They are responsible for the brightness and clarity of the sound. Cymbals shimmer, hi-hats sizzle, and vocals gain presence in this range. However, just like with low frequencies, it's important to manage high frequencies carefully. Too much can make a mix sound harsh and fatiguing, while too little can make it sound dull and lifeless. Understanding where different instruments sit in the frequency spectrum is vital for effective EQ. This knowledge allows you to carve out space for each element in your mix, ensuring that nothing gets lost or overpowered. It's all about creating a balanced and harmonious sound. For example, if you're trying to make a vocal stand out in a mix, you might gently boost frequencies around 2 to 5 kHz, where the human voice carries most of its intelligibility. This can help the vocal cut through the mix without overpowering other elements. Similarly, you might cut frequencies in this range on other instruments to make more room for the vocal. EQ is a powerful tool, and understanding the frequency spectrum is the key to using it effectively. Now, let's see how EQ can be used to shape the sound of individual instruments and vocals. Imagine you're working with a recording of an acoustic guitar. The raw recording sounds a bit dull and lacks presence. You can use EQ to bring it to life. First, you might use a high-pass filter to remove any unnecessary low-end rumble, making space for other instruments in the mix. Then you could add a gentle boost around 100 to 250 Hz to give the guitar more warmth and body. To enhance the guitar's clarity and presence, you might add a subtle boost around 2 to 5 kHz. Finally, a touch of high-frequency boost above 10 kHz can add some airiness and sparkle, making the guitar sound more lively and vibrant. Remember, the goal of EQ is not to drastically alter the sound but rather to enhance its natural characteristics and make it sit better within the mix. By carefully adjusting frequencies, you can shape the tone and character of each instrument to create a cohesive and impactful sonic landscape. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share it with your friends. Thanks for watching.